My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I hate a lot of things, and I don't particularly like anything. No, what I want is to slaughter the entire Leaf Village, but only by myself.
So these 3 fights showed me, honestly, just how good I am and where my skill sets lie. I shouldn't say how good I am, like where my barriers are, like what my skill level is at. And going into this, I had only really fought people that were like 20,000 BP or under, because I was around 20,000 BP at the time. So I knew in my head that going in playing this guy, if I wanted to get any better and be able to be considered for higher leveled fights by the game, and set up with higher BP players, I would need to really be able to fight guys like this and beat them by more than just a sliver. I would need to beat guys like this by a long shot. And so going into this game, I was really putting my all into it, and I think you'll see that with some of the Kimimaro moves that I pull out. And as these fights progress, you'll see more and more skillful things happening, such as you'll see here with his teleportation jutsu. He'll throw down the fire, and sometimes he just won't teleport me into it. He's very strategic with it, and you'll see me how I use my super dash a lot. You see, like he'll sometimes try and catch me in an opening. He's not just like trying to spam it. He's really trying to think about it and get me into it, which is a lot different than a lot of other players who just try and spam it. And you'll see there with my super dash how I'll kind of bait him into it. I'll do a fake one, and then I'll do another fake one, and then I'll do a real one, because then he doesn't know which one to guard against, and the chances of me catching him in it are higher. So you can kind of separate, who's actually good and who's not, just by that. Like you see there, he threw down the fire, he kind of seen me moving around, he knew I wasn't going to fall for it, he didn't activate it. It was more of a bait to get me to enter battle. Here he's going to do it again, and he's going to try and switch me into Hinata. So it's like a lot of skillful baiting going on in tactic and strategy, and it's definitely one of the higher skilled fights that I've had. And a lot of people, what they don't realize too about this team and why I use this team, the main reason that I really like this team is because, well, we all know that Sasuke's air combo, at least Hebi Sasuke, it can't be rebounded into anything. So once the guy hits the floor, it's over, right? Kimimaro has the unique ability to use his support technique and pick these players up off of the floor after that air combo. So it allows me to continue that. He also has a cancel within 4 hits, so that's super useful to have. You'll see at the end of this fight, I'm gonna use Kimimaro to do a crazy combo, and it's just it shows you just how powerful he can be. It's not the craziest combo you've ever seen, but it's gonna just show you just how useful he can be. You can link his air combo with his ground combo, and link his ground combo into a cancel or into a grab, and link his grab into something else. And it just gets... Kimimaro is one of the best characters in the game, and people don't know it yet. See, this guy too, I really want to beat him, so I'm trying to get into his head. I did a little spin there because I'm trying to make sure that I could beat this guy by a lot. I don't want to beat him by a little. This is where my Kimimaro gameplay starts to come in a little bit. You're going to see me using more ninja movements, more cancels, more grabs, stuff like that. Kimimaro makes you want to move around. His movements are just flawless. You can see here, instead of dashing, I just do a jutsu. It keeps me safe from counters, and his jutsu will take out other supports as soon as they're activated. And if not, it'll usually cancel out. And if I get in trouble, situations like here, sometimes, or most of the time, my Obito will help. And as you can see, he didn't help there, though. So there are some situations where he's not the best or the most useful. But yeah, it's really good, too, to get to learn characters that aren't your own. You don't want to just get used to maining one character. You want to be able to swap, like I am here, to other characters and still be able to main them and know their combos. It's the most powerful thing. Synergy in this game is the biggest advantage that you could have against somebody. So you can see here, I could link his air combo into a ground combo into an ultimate. I could have also canceled that into a grab if I wanted to. And I could have canceled that grab afterwards into another combo and just kept linking it, just to show you how powerful he can really be. But yeah, he has some crazy, crazy combos. Kimimaro, and then you have, like I said, Kimimaro is definitely one of the strongest characters in the game. People just haven't figured it out yet. He is super powerful. And when they do, I could say the one thing that's bad about him is his defense, though. But anyways, let's go on to the next fight, and we'll see how I dealt with this puppet player. Alright, so with puppet players, you always, for the most part, want to be trying to attack one of the two bodies. Especially the puppet. Like, if you can get... I know it seems like you might want to take on the main body because that's where the damage is. But if you can focus on taking out the puppet, they're usually defenseless. So, you're going to have to work on pretty much taking out his subs and his supports. And it's going to... I'd say take out his supports first, bait out his supports, then bait out his subs, and then attack the main body. But it's going to seem like you have to do all of this at the same time. But you see how I just took out his... I baited his support here. That's going to come out. I'm waiting for his other support. I'm still waiting for his other support, but at the same time, I'm baiting out his subs. Now he has no subs, and now I'm going to try to attack the main body as aggressively as I can. That's the best way to deal with puppet players, and then you can get out as much damage as you need to without having to worry about their supports, and without having to worry about any counters or anything like that. Because that's what they're really good for. Once puppet players... Once Sasori players specifically have no defense anymore, they resort to countering and awakening. And that's another thing I'm going to show you guys how to deal with in this game is the awakening. Which, I have a pretty good tip for that, but we'll wait that one out. As you can see here, it's hard to even use Kimimaro in this situation. It's hard to use a jutsu. Sometimes you have to let certain things slide for a little while and just try and think of a way out of it. Me, I know that his puppet can't attack me if it's on the other side of the map. He'll have to substitute and waste a sub, or he's going to have to open up his guard and guard again, which will call his puppet back, but it'll give me the chance to attack him, making him sub. So, I went for that. I could tell here, too, he's not very experienced, like I said in the last game, that synergy. He's not very experienced with the Orochimaru, so switching to him was a mistake. He could have cancelled me there and did a ton of damage, but he didn't know how to use that character, and so he messed up switching to him. He should have stayed Sasori. It's who he's best at, but it's still not enough to face me. I'm still too much... I'm on a different level than this guy, and it's very clear. You can see me getting into his head, and it's working, and you can tell when it works because they'll fall for the same things over and over as if they just don't care anymore. So he got hit by 2 to 3 counters back to back, and now he's stuck in this. He's pretty quickly going to notice that he needs to switch back to Sasori, though. Especially when he gets to that point of awakening, right? Where he notices that, alright, I'd have a better chance if I just awoken. You can see there, too, where Kimimaro picks up the character after they've been downed. Very, very useful. Taking care of some supports, too. He's falling for another counter. It's dangerous for him. He's going to... This is where he really notices, like, I need to awaken. So he's going to swap out. Pop a jutsu, try and get his subs back, and that's it. He's going for it. He's not going to wait any longer. He needs to win this just as much as I want to win this. See, but for me, this is proof of, like, this is proof of skill. For him, this is just BP. So that's honestly, in my eyes, why I could say I won. I had more motive than him. So for awakenings like this, you want to try your best to wait them out. But if somebody's extremely aggressive, counters are going to be your best friends. But I'd say try and wait these out or try and bait subs. And that's going to be your best bet for Sasori's Awakening. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Let's go on to the final fight. Alright, so this one was also kind of proof and pride to me. You know, proof of concept that I've gotten somewhere and I've gotten stronger. But also pride because, you know, I recently had a lot go on with... you know, this Minato and the whole kunai situation, the resets being taken out, and I went through a lot with the situation. So this, to me, being able to beat a Minato of this skill level, to me, is kind of a pride thing. And it felt really good to reassure myself that I can still do it, with or without the resets being in the game. And I'm not saying that this guy was extremely good. He's probably not the best Minato player in the world. And at the same time, you know, he's not the worst Minato player in the world. He's just got some skill. And I'm not the best player in the world either, you know, I'm not the greatest. I just personally think that I am the best Hebi Sasuke player in the world. I don't think I'm the best player in the world, period. There's a lot of people who are way better than me at this game who can destroy my Hebi Sasuke easy with certain teams. But as far as Hebi Sasuke to Hebi Sasuke goes, I'm going to take the win almost every single time. And I have plenty of fights recorded to prove that. But it's also kind of conflicting for me because these are my two favorite characters in the whole game. Sasuke and Minato are my two favorite characters in the entire anime, in the entire game, in the entire manga. So, to really say, you know, Sasuke is better than Minato for me is hard. I think they're both amazing characters and have amazing skill sets. And I don't think that this guy was terrible either. I think he did a good job of representing what Minato can do and is capable of in this game. So, with that said, anyway, you can see me really trying to put pressure on him and not sort of let up, because I feel like giving Minato space can be dangerous. Giving Minato space with that Naruto support can be really dangerous, but being overly aggressive can be just as dangerous too. So it becomes like a boxing match, pretty much. It becomes just like a boxing match. That Naruto is difficult to get around, I'm telling you that. He is difficult to get around. I've noticed that some of the best ways to deal with him, though, are honestly just to let him keep attacking and just wait till somebody dashes you and then counter, like right before they get to you, and you'll sometimes get that counter off. It's like 50-50. What I do there, the reason I use Kibimaru and also a Chidori is because I figured you're going to sub one and get hit by the other, and I don't care which it is. You're going to get hit by one and sub the other, potentially waste 2 subs, or get some damage off and waste a sub. Either way, something's happening. You're getting damaged somehow. He's got no subs, so clearly he's just trying to buy time. I know this, so I'm trying to bait supports and give myself the upper hand because he is going to get full subs, and I already know that. I think a lot of people mess up in this game, and they lose a lot because the first opening that they get, they're trying to take the game and win. You got to realize that some of these games are like, you're taking a little bit at a time. You're kind of eating away slowly. You want to set yourself up. You want to do a lot of damage here, yes, but you want to know that this is going to come to an end and set yourself up for the next opening. So you never want to just, okay, I got an opening, I'm finishing this here, especially when you guys have full health. That is how a lot of people lose. It's how a lot of people lose fast. Like even here, where he's got like no health and 1 sub, I'm not completely, you know, assuring myself that I had victory there, but because you never really know like what's gonna happen at the end of the day. He can last second clutch it. I've done it plenty of times, you know what I mean? Like I've last second clutched a lot of games that I thought were completely over. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.